NOAA, Colorado State, and WSI all weighing in on their seasonal hurricane forecast for the 2011 hurricane season in the Atlantic Basin. First, let's look at the numbers, and then we'll talk about what it means and what it doesn't mean. The numbers are relative to the average since 1995 here. So the average number of tropical storms in the Atlantic Basin since 1995 is 15. Average number of hurricanes 8, major hurricanes 4. Now that's a pretty high number compared to the longer term average going back to the 60s. This is a pretty active era that we've been in, and the consistent message from all of the agencies is that we're going to have a season roughly average since 1995. But by historical standards, this is a busy year. If we have somewhere between 12 and 18 storms, 6 to 10 hurricanes, 3 to 6 major hurricanes, that's pretty busy by long-term historical standards. But the main message to get across to you relative to these numbers is what it says on the bottom here. Seasonal outlooks cannot predict if or where landfalls occur. So what does that mean to you? It means you can't do anything differently to prepare for this hurricane season than you would any other year. And we have a couple of past hurricane seasons that are so different that will help drive home that point. Let's look back at 2010. Tons of hurricanes, major hurricanes, none of them made landfall on the coast of the United States. So clearly, even if you have a lot of hurricanes, doesn't mean your city is going to get hit. Compare and contrast this to 1992. 7 total storms, only 1 major hurricane, and that 1 major hurricane was Andrew that clobbered South Florida as a Category 5. So you can have a really quiet year overall and still have a tremendously devastating impact. So bottom line, don't do anything differently this year than you would for any year to prepare for hurricane season, because the numbers don't tell you what the impacts are going to be. And oh, by the way, for the East Pacific and Central Pacific, our friends in Mexico and Hawaii, they're forecasting a below average year out there. Message is the same. Prepare the same this year as you would any year.